Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game. Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game. Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game.
I watched the rise and fall of a lot of great artists, and nowadays all about being the hardest. Forget being honest as I go a long way. Ask me who the best is, I'll probably say nay. But really there's no best, we can argue for hours. I'm a fan of Uncle Ralph McDaniel's video hour. Shout with the realest times of the genre. Back then you touched the mic, you had honor. Fond of everything that comes out that sound great. But nowadays you gotta really dig deep. Force the real underground past fault lines. I look up the legends of all time, you know the kind. Why list them? You should do your own homework. I'm talking MCs, not G's, bouncing club skis. Pop music, pop. What happened to hip hop? It's not gone, it's still in the hearts of many of us.
Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game. Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game.
Times have changed, it ain't the same, it's hard to maintain. The young boys didn't bid it, why should I blame? Instead I update my slang, no this is I reframe. You're right, pissed on the industry when the new Big Daddy Kane dropped. Rakim Allah came out, you know the outcome. Still would've loved to hear another gangsta album. Down for that, Chris Wallace was overrated. How can you say it, yo? I just said it. Nas fell off, you know the rest is a mess. The hip hop is dead and his PJs in bed. Without the golden era, I wouldn't be a man. Dead weight Roman, without a plan. All these Eminem stands, I'm eminent, distinguished. I put out your flame for what it meant. Nothing really gets me open, that's the start. Y'all need to go back and dissect the art, study it hard.
Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game. Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed, I spend time in the game.
As I sit down and tweet my latest thought, I'm wondering how the feeling got lost, where it all went wrong, why every song sound the same, every name got a young or a little in the front, why is there so much junk, why the culture coming outside in instead of inside out, why nobody blowing up word of mouth, why the DJs ain't breaking records no more, why record labels trying to get a piece of your tour money, that's your money. Nas writing letters, Lupe said they push his album back cause he ain't wanna sign a 360, Diddy bitching cause JLX with J-Ho. I'm just hoping I don't spell an N to J. Cole. So if you come into the game with a Ye flow or a Drake flow and with some gay clothes, if you can make them dance, you'll enhance your dough. If you pull down your pants, that's a chance to blow.
Times have changed, it's only natural I explain my plateau. Times have changed,